There are a lot of doubts from those that I've talked to, mainly because they say it requires a lot of attention and a lot of follow-through, and they also remember what happened right behind me, what's left of a failed Safe Lots program. This fenced-in lot is what remains of a once-tried RV Safe Lots program by the city of Seattle years ago.
The Safe Lots work for people that want help. Or the Safe Lots have rules, they have regulations, and a majority of the people here do not want rules and regulations.
Russell MEYER works next to this long row of RVs on 3rd Avenue South in SoDo. He may have some doubts about the true effectiveness of a new attempt from the King County Regional Homelessness Authority to resurrect the Safe Lots program, but he does see some value in it.
I think it's wonderful in the aspect that there are the people that want the help. There are the people that need the help that are willing to take it, and for them, that's a great place for them, so they don't have to be out here with the drug dealers and the criminals.
A contract was awarded to the Low Income Housing Institute to open a lot somewhere in the city, tentatively by the winter. While residents wait on that solution, they worry that in the meantime, the RVs cleared from places like West Seattle will just pop up at other locations like the 1st Avenue Bridge and right here in SoDo along 3rd Avenue South.
I'm confident that they're just going to find another spot to go. If you move them from one spot without either making them accountable for their actions and making them go to a facility or a jail or somewhere like that, or they're going to just move to another spot. So it's just a revolving door.
For those who saw the last attempt, like SoDo Business Improvement Area Executive Director Aaron Goodman, they have a question for the organizations trying to bring back the program.
What are you doing differently? How are you going to do this to be successful? Because we've had a lot of unsuccessful ones.
Molly, you know, for these victims, it's overwhelming and terrifying how prevalent some of these hate crimes have become. But they also say it just goes to show that there's still a long way to go in this fight. The victims who've been targeted and threatened don't have to see the video to know that hate is still a problem in our community. Like Chris.
I've never felt that fearful, actually. Like, I remember, like, my whole body was just shaking.
Last year, this body cam video shows the moment Seattle police questioned a suspect accused of threatening to beat up Chris because of his sexual orientation.
You said those things because of his sexual orientation, okay? If you touch him or hurt him in any way, I will find you no matter where you are, and I will be arresting you for this. I understand.
According to charging documents, the suspect called his neighbor to go outside like something was wrong. Then detectives say he cornered Chris with anti-gay expletives.
The most defining line for me was, like, with no emotion, like, he just was saying, I don't want to go to prison with blood on my hands, so get with your girls or else I will f you up. I am not with your gay.
Chris was so scared, the responding officer rented a room for him. Chris got a protection order and eventually moved out.
Kind of what kept me in the closet when I was younger was, like, being hate crimed or, like, having anything like that. And so I was just, like, shaking, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
It's a similar feeling the owners of Taqueria Cantina feel right now.
As you can see, this is how our signage look.
Just days ago, they found their restaurant signs slashed, the patio furniture broken, and most disturbing...
So they pulled them, they put them over here, and they burned them.
More than a dozen pride flags were ripped down and set on fire in front of the restaurant.
Burning the flags, that's a different story, that's a different statement, and that's my concern right now.
No other nearby businesses were hit. Now owners Daniel, Sal, and his partner worry they're the victims of hate and homophobia.
And it just tells me that we're not done fighting. We gotta stand up, we gotta get together, and we gotta continue to fight the fight that we've been fighting from the start.
Hate crimes in King County have been rising in the last 4 years. Of the 229 hate crimes prosecutors have charged, anti-sexual orientation hate crimes were the second most common behind anti-race crimes. Many are still underreported.
It's important to report hate crime because we definitely want to put a stop to hate.
Chief of Staff Prosecutor LEESA MANION says now they want to improve hate crime prosecution, adding a prosecutor and victims advocate solely dedicated to prosecuting crimes and doing outreach.
And we also want to encourage our victims to know that we in the prosecuting attorney's office and law enforcement are taking this seriously. And when we take a tough stand against hate, we will actually drive down hate.
Do you know what malicious harassment is?
For the victims, confronting hate is a deeper issue that'll take more education, awareness, mental health resources, and a community supporting each other.
There needs to be a lot more of, like, what are these groups? What are these identities? And how we can like look at people and as humans and that kind of thing, and not like this like friction between differences.
Well, we saw a lot of parents coming and going today, parents with toddlers and infants and school-aged children. There are a lot of parents who are waiting to return back to work, and parents who are waiting to put their kids back in daycare. They say this is it. They've been waiting for this moment.
Where are you going? Are you trying to escape?
Leanne Connors is enjoying a Saturday with their 3-year-old son and 2-year-old daughter in Queen Anne. Connors just returned back to work, so news of a vaccine on the horizon for both her young kids?
It's a bit of a relief, honestly. It's like a long time coming. I've been waiting and waiting. We're lucky enough to have Dash in an outdoor school.
It's official now. Shots for kids under the age of 5 and older than 6 months will start in a few days.
This is really big news, and it's exciting news. I am so excited that we are on the verge of being able to offer this vaccine. It's actually really important for our entire community. The more people who are vaccinated, it will help with our caseload and really protect our most vulnerable community members.
Dr. SUSANNA Block is a pediatrician with KAISER Permanente, Washington.
Get vaccinated as soon as possible, because the decisions that we make now are really going to impact how the fall looks, and that's going to impact daycare, going back to school.
You want to protect your kids. I think it's good to have an option as a parent.
Ruchi Singh is a mother of a 1-month-old boy.
I think it's great, and we're excited that, in a few months, our son will be able to get vaccinated too. We've been in this situation for over 2 years, and everyone's ready for things to go back to normal.
Anything you can do to kind of give them that little extra boost is totally worth it. I mean, that's kind of to give you a little more peace of mind, because it's not that we can cocoon ourselves indefinitely.
Yeah, Michelle, deputies searched the area for that alleged shooter but never found him. Tonight we're learning that Sergeant Moore was a 25-year-old active soldier. A suspect still on the run a day after a shooting at a Parkland house party off Sheridan and 112th Street that killed a 25-year-old soldier.
Unfortunately, there was some kind of disagreement or argument with another person at that party, and he was shot and killed.
The suspect fled in his own car and is still missing.
If that person wants to turn themselves in, it would make it a lot easier for us and for them as well.
It was only a few hours later, Pierce County deputies were called to another homicide at a motorcycle gathering at a storage facility. One man was found dead with gunshot wounds and no arrests have been made. And on Friday, the area was rocked by an armed carjacking. Then a separate attempted carjacking that ended with a man shot while his daughter was in the back seat.
What was going through your mind?
Is she going to be okay? That's all that matters.
Luckily, both of those carjacking cases ended with the arrests of 5 suspects, ages 20 and younger. But sheriff's officials are still concerned about the trend of violent crime.
It's concerning that we have kids getting involved in these serious crimes. These are not what I would call a juvenile crime. These are adult crimes. These are the most serious types of felonies you can think of.
Hi, everyone. I'm Preston Phillips from KOMO News. Thanks for checking out the KOMO YouTube channel. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for more news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss our YouTube updates.